Welcome back to Living Without an Expiration Date. This is a space for honest conversations about career disruption, identity, and what it takes to keep moving forward when something you cared about doesn't work out. Today, I want to talk about confidence, not the kind that shows up in motivational quotes or bold LinkedIn posts, the quiet kind of confidence, the kind that gets shaken by rejection, by silence, by not hearing back, and by the small voice that starts to wonder if you've lost your edge. If you're at that place right now, this conversation is for you. Professional setbacks don't usually arrive from a dramatic moment. They arrive in emails that don't come, in calls that go to voicemail, in conversations that end with, "We'll be in touch," with responses from recruiters saying, "We've moved in another direction." And over time, those small moments can begin to stack up, not just on your calendar, but in your head. You start to wonder what people see when they look at you. You might replay interviews, networking conversations, or past decisions, searching for what you could have done differently. And slowly, without realizing it, confidence begins to leak. Not all at once, but in quiet, steady drops. There's a big difference between looking confident and feeling capable. Image is about presentation. Confidence is about trust. The trust in your ability to figure things out, the trust in your judgment, the trust in your own resilience. When a setback happens, it often breaks that trust first. You might still sound confident when you speak, but inside, you're not as sure. You're not as sure anymore. Rebuilding real confidence isn't about convincing the world you're fine. It's about slowly convincing yourself that you can handle what comes next. One of the most helpful things you can do in this season is to name the doubts you're carrying, not to argue with them, just to bring them into the light. Example, I'm worried about I'm not as competitive as I used to be. I'm afraid people see me as a risk. I'm scared that this is going to take longer than I can handle. I'm afraid that people are judging me exclusively about my age. When these doubts stay unspoken, they tend to grow. When they're named, they often become more manageable. You don't have to solve them today. You just have to stop pretending they aren't there. After a setback, it's tempted to aim for one big win. The job offer, the breakthrough call, the moment that makes everyone feel okay again. But confidence rarely returns in one dramatic leap. It returns in small, ordinary steps. A thoughtful email you actually feel good about sending is one of those steps. Another, a conversation where you show up as yourself instead of performing. Or a day where you follow through on what you said you would do. These are small signals to yourself that you're still capable, that you can still move, that momentum is possible, even in short distances. One practical way to build confidence is to create what I think as daily wins. They aren't impressive, but they're honest. Here's what they look like: taking a walk and clearing your head before you open your laptop, Reaching out to one person, not 10, just one with a genuine note. Spending 30 minutes learning something new, not because it's strategic, but because it's interesting. At the end of the day, you can quietly say, I showed up today. Over time, those small acknowledgments start to rebuild a sense of self-trust. One of the hardest emotional moves in this season is separating rejection from identity. A role can turn you down without turning you into something who isn't valuable. A company can go a different direction without it being a judgment on your entire career. That doesn't make rejection easy. It just makes it more accurate. If you feel the sting of a no, try to let it stay specific. This opportunity didn't work out, not I don't work. Confidence always grows in isolation. Sometimes it grows when someone else reminds you of who you've been, a former colleague, a friend, a mentor. Not for recommendation, just for conversation, reach out to these people. Ask them what they remember about you, about working with you. What stood out? What they trusted you with? Letting someone reflect you back to yourself can be a powerful counterweight to the narrow, critical voice in your head. Rebuilding confidence isn't a straight line. Some days you'll feel steady. Some days you won't. That doesn't mean you're going backwards. It means you are human. Try to measure progress in weeks, not moments. In how you talk to yourself, in how quickly you recover from disappointment, in how willing you are to keep showing up even when it feels uncomfortable. Real confidence isn't loud, it's steady. It's the quiet belief that even if this chapter is hard, you can live inside it without losing yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me. New episodes of Living Without an Expiration Date are shared every Monday. Until next time, be patient with yourself. And if you know somebody who could use this message, please share it freely. Or if your story about your career disruption and how you are handling it or have handled it would you feel would be meaningful others, please reach out to me for an interview. Thank you.